Man, I gotta tell you, this episode really tugs at the heartstrings. And clearly Troy's too.
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Survival of the Fittest. This one's going to be doing my weekly review for this week's episode of Survival of the Fittest, the Season 5, Episode 6, The Dark Passenger.
Okay guys, this is going to be doing a review for today. This one's going to be doing a review for Survival of the Fittest. This one's going to be doing our weekly review for this week's episode of Season 5 of Survival of the Fittest. This is for Season 5, Episode 6, titled The Dark Passenger. So, this is our weekly review for Survival of the Fittest, as usual, Episode 6. And this is the Troy episode, as I like to say. This is the one that I've been kind of rather waiting for. And we finally got a very, very highly focused Troy episode. Now, this is going to contain spoilers if you have not seen this episode yet, because there is actually quite a bit to cover in this one in terms of substance and in terms of what this one has just set up. This one is quite a big deal. So let's talk about it. Basically, this episode, we see kind of the continuation after episode 5. You've got, obviously, the kind of, the community and, everything, that's normally going on. And you've got Troy in this one and the rest, who basically are taken to take out a whole bunch of the dead at this wood factory. And we have Clay and we have Cade, who I guess kind of decide in this one that they're going to, at least Cade and Greg are, they're deciding that they're basically going to go against what everybody else wants, and they're actually going to eliminate all the prisoners, including Troy. So that's what they do. They basically make them clear out a bunch of the dead, and then once that happens, well, then, they can kind of swoop in and kill them. So you've got that going on. You've got a bunch of the prisoners working hard, killing a bunch of them, a bunch of the lurkers and stuff like that. And, well, Troy kind of, through this whole thing, keeps having these kind of hallucinations with the Godfather, which the Godfather in this one was pretty interesting, because we did see kind of some flashback sequences with him at the beginning of the episode, and, basically the Godfather kind of, said, like, if I go down, you're the Godfather. You're going to be the leader. You're going to be the Godfather if I'm ever gone. So, that's kind of Troy's role, and that's why the Godfather's, consistently here. But I will say one flaw I had with this that kind of just got on my nerves, and I have a feeling that it's going to, a lot of people are probably going to like it. Personally, I was not a big fan of it, was, when you got the Godfather, who kind of keeps sneaking up, like you've got Troy, he's like killing some lurkers, and every 2 seconds, it's like, I swear to God, he's his stalker behind him. Like, I'm just like, okay, like, one or two times, it's fine. Personally, what I would have done is I would have had him pop up once while Troy's killing, the lurkers. I would have had the Godfather pop up once, kind of, talk to him, talk some smack to him, like he was. That, yeah, the first time, love it. And then at the end of the episode, that was great. But I swear to God, it was like every 2 seconds, this dude would just keep showing up. And I'm like, oh, okay, we get it. Like, we get it, So if there is one big thing I can throw at this episode, I will say it did kind of start to get on my nerves a little bit when every 2 seconds, when I'm trying to pay attention to the plot, there comes Godfather. He continues to just show up. I'm like, okay, buddy, you're dead. Get out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, you can show up once, whatever. I like the scene with him at the end, but all these other times where he's just showing up at these random moments, like, no, I guess the best way I can say it, it was a little overboard for what it needed to be. I'll put it that way. But yeah, that's just one of the gripes I have with this week. So basically, then Greg and Cade, obviously, they start eliminating prisoners, and basically through the process of this, Greg does not pull the trigger when he's about to kill Troy. And what happens? Well, Troy kills Greg, Greg gets killed, and Troy and Johnny get away. So I hate to say, but Greg was kind of asking for it, He was kind of asking to get killed. He didn't shoot him, so, like, he kind of contradicted himself there, like he had a plan to take him out and he didn't do it. So honestly, I can't feel too bad for him. And basically, Troy gets away, you've got Johnny that gets away, and they basically go to Zeke's old camp and decide that they're going to kind of, set up here. And you've got David that instructs Clay and Cade to go and kill Troy. He tells them straight up, go take them out, this is over. So they go there, basically. You've got Troy that's now calling himself the Godfather, the new Godfather, and you've got a battle that kind of ensues. You got a pretty cool shootout. You got basically, kind of some firing back and forth, And then you get Cade versus Johnny. Now, this is when you get the death of Johnny. Johnny does get pushed down this like huge hill as a result throughout the fight, and that's basically the end of him. And I didn't expect to see this, but it actually happened. I didn't expect it, but it did happen. We did actually see Cade get revenge for, Cade get revenge basically for, what happened obviously to Jack and, everything else that happened. And he shoots Troy, and they kind of fake you out a little bit. They make you think that he killed Troy. Cade thinks he did. He falls down, and basically that's kind of like, that's how the episode basically wraps. And you think that Troy's dead. And then you get a post-credit scene. So let's discuss this. So after Cade thinks he's gotten his revenge, after they think he's dead, then you have a new character named Sam, and I forget the other guy's name, but there's two new characters that go, and they basically save Troy's life. They basically are going to save his life, and now Troy is kind of telling the Godfather through the last hallucination that, it's his turn to be the Godfather, that type of thing. So then we get the announcement at the end, which I was waiting until the end of this review to announce it. Troy is going to be gone from this season. He's not going to be back. We're going to see, apparently, a Troy movie in 2023. Okay, so let's discuss that for a second. I am very disappointed in the Troy character. Okay, I'm just gonna be very real about it. I like Cade getting revenge. I like the battle. Johnny's death was a bit like, oh, okay. But like I said, the battle was good. I like the escape. I like some of that stuff. This episode, I really like it. I do have kind of some things I don't like about it. The Troy thing and him getting taken at the end, I'm not going to judge that because I got to see where it goes. That's not even a flaw. As a matter of fact, I find that a very intriguing scene. But for Troy not to do, let's just admit, practically anything this season, he runs away in an episode to just get shot and then taken away, barely had any chance to even barely do anything this season. Like I said, I got to see where the film goes, so I'm not going to judge it 100%. This is one of them episodes where I'm going to give a rating for this review, but the episode could either go up or down by next year. Okay, so the rating for this episode could absolutely change. It depends on what they do with Troy, because if it goes in a direction I'm not a fan of, then this episode might go down a little bit more. But Troy as a villain, I am very disappointed. Okay, I'm just going to say it. After a day of sitting on it, after a little while of kind of, sitting on the episode a little bit, I am very, very disappointed in that character because honestly, he was a very good villain. You guys know, I have the most unpopular opinion in the world. I think he smokes Godfather. I mean, the way he walks, the way he carries himself, he is one of the best villains Matt has created. And honestly, I really, really think that even though, he's not dead, we're going to see him continue. I don't know, guys. I really do feel like there's a wasted potential here. I really, really do. And that's just my opinion. Like I said, I got to see where it goes, but I am sensing a waste of potential. I'm just going to be honest. So I'm going to sit at an 8.5. I really like the episode. The music is great. There's really not too much wrong with it. It's the Troy thing. That's the thing that's really, really aggravating me. So, like I said, after a little bit of sitting on it, it is probably the weakest episode of the season. That's not saying much because it's still an 8.5, so it is still a good episode. But I do think that for how much I was expecting from him, I guess I may have set my expectations too high. I just really like the character, and I'm going to have to see where it goes. But for right now, I'm sitting at an 8.5. There you go. So that's kind of my thoughts on episode 6. Now let me know in the comment section below, what did you guys think about this episode of Survival of the Fittest? Write your comments in the comment section below. And of course, I would love to hear from you guys now. So of course, guys, if you're new here, click subscribe to tune in with some of my videos for Survival of the Fittest. Follow Dan's walking videos, subscribe, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for that video for Survival of the Fittest. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
My God, no!